Yes. Do I need light? Maybe a little light. Little light. Little light. Hello, this is your inevitable DM BDC. First off, a week of no D&D, and I am getting antsy. Usually I play D&D every weekend. We didn't play at all. We had something going on. And so I'm excited to get back in 2 games we're playing on the weekends. Plus, get this Uncut Gems ready to go and start in August. I could have already rushed into it, to tell you the truth. I built Prosker about a month or 2 ago, which is where they'll start. And the mystery to begin everything some time ago. Well, about a week or 2 ago. But I wanted to do it right, and there was some other things I wanted to drop in place. I wanted to make sure this isn't my homebrew. My homebrew is I can wing it. I can go from adventure to adventure and figure out what's going on, because every adventure starts something else, right? It piques their attention in a different direction and tells me usually where we need to go. But I can't be as willy-nilly as that here, because we need to know where it's going, although I still have giving the players a great deal of leadership choices. And I really, really am excited to see how these characters pan out together. It's going to be a strange lot, more strange than anything I've ever put together. And so there'll be combat. Don't worry, there'll be combat and fighting, but the chances for role-playing and mystery, intrigue, investigation, using one's noggin, will be paramount, because we'll be dealing with nobility, we'll be dealing with court intrigue, we'll be dealing with treacherous traitors. That's kind of redundant, isn't it? But yeah, it'll be traitors and assassins and danger to the nobility, and they'll get a chance to play heroes several times. It gets hard once you learn who these nobles are, which ones you should actually save, right? Just for a rundown, we have 4 players, and I have got a 5th NPC. We had talked with Yo Dude about playing a character and his lovely queen. They were not able to join us, but I took one of their ideas and ran with it. Became an NPC. He's a full elf. I always want to say info chant. I played Star Wars way too long, apparently, because I can't get that word out of my head. He's basically a information broker, man of the shadows who knows way too much and has gotten himself caught up in something he may not be able to get himself out of. But fate, the fickle finger of fate, has other ideas, and that's where we'll start this. We'll start this whole thing with him in danger of his life. We'll see if he can get out of that. Next to that, we have the 4 PCs. Steps, our head guy, he's playing an Owlin wizard. Not just an Owlin wizard. He is actually playing an Owlin wizard from Strixhaven. If you know anything about Strixhaven, it was one of the big sets last year for Magic the Gathering. And at the end of last year, they also put out a book about the setting of Strixhaven, and had lots of different lore ideas and creature ideas in it. Not so much, I guess that was the one that brought the Allens in, and he wanted to play an Allen. At first I thought he was going to go small or tiny or whatever, however small he get. He's going to a medium size, but he's an Allen of learning. The way he talks about him reminds me of Owl from Winnie the Pooh. Very astute. You always went to him for the answers, that kind of thing. This guy's got his finger in some divination magic. Not a big fighter yet. Maybe he'll learn that along the way. But for the most part, he's not a big fighter. And as you can see by the picture behind us, which is the 5E, 4E, maybe in the 3E, depiction of a Dao, which is an Earth Genie of great power. That will come into play. Also, giants and giant magic has a place. The Sapphire Dragon and his telekinesis, force magic, if you will, not really force, but anyway, the Allen will be the wizard who kind of stumbles upon all this. We also have Panda. Our man Panda is playing a halfling fighter who comes from nobility and and we're playing in Forgotten Realms, in case I didn't say that. And we're taking it very seriously. It's why it's taking me this long to get my head around it, because I wanted to get several of the countries and cities under my belt. I probably spent a month researching horse breeding, and someday I'm going to write that article. It's probably going to be more like a booklet. All the families that were involved with it at one time, and maybe a little suggestion about where I want to take it. But he's a fighter. He may segue into some surprising things. I'm not going to tell you right now. It's really exciting what he has in mind. Pat always does great builds. He loves making characters. And I think in the past, someday you might get to meet Sinderi and Percival Redrick, some of his great creations, much like Sekhmet and Carius, Steps and Lexi's creations, and Rain, Holman's creation. They're a thing of legend, and when I do Asheray, you're going to learn more about those. But he's playing a halfling fighter with a background in jeweling. His family knew jeweling. He's got proficiency with the kit, and that's what he does for a living. And he's in business with Halkad's character Hallman. It kind of runs together, Halkad Hallman, but it makes it easy for me to remember, at least. Hallman comes from a very sturdy bunch of sturdy bunch of dwarfs. Hallman would probably be throwing things at me about now if you heard me say that. Hang on a second. His character Hallman kind of runs together, Halkad Hallman. But anywho, he's playing as I said, a dwarven artificer. This is the second artificer I've been in a game with, and they have such potential. A lot of people shun them because they don't think they're optimal. Well, screw optimum. Let's play a game. Let's have fun, right? We can make it work. Now, some just aren't worth it, and I understand. Some of those subclasses really are hard to fit. But you can have fun playing any of them. Don't feel bad because you're not the hero of the story. Yeah, all dwarves are sturdy. Thank you, Mason. Yes. I thought of that when I said that too. It's kind of, not only is Hallman Halkad redundant, but so is Sturdy Dwarf. But long story short, he's playing a dwarven artificer. I'm really excited to see how he plays him, because Panda's been playing a oh, I got it. Oh man, I forgot what they call them. The rabbit folk from Witch in the Man, I already forgot everything. He's playing a rabbit folk from the new set. We're having fun with that. Went through Strahd with him being an artificer, with little cannons running around. It's kind of interesting. But I'm really excited to see what you're going to do with it, Mason. We're going to talk to him in just a second. Lexi is playing a warlock. a Genasi Warlock, and this is where this comes in. Her patron is a Dio. Now, I'm not saying this is the picture of her patron. I don't know. We built this from the bottom up. It wasn't like we had, 100 ideas. We went into this without knowing anything and built it from the bottom up and kind of brought you guys along. So I've tried to keep that going, although we've had a lot of obstacles this year. I'm not going to make excuses. But we're going to get this out in August and begin streaming it and making podcasts of it. Start getting it around. But she is a warlock with a genie patron. We don't know a lot about her patron. She doesn't know a lot about her patron. All she knows is this being has granted her power for to be paid back down the road, which is always a dangerous sword. Even amongst Dio, well, it's not a fiend. It's not going to be bad. Well, Dio can be very difficult. They're supposed to be neutral evil. Doesn't mean we're playing this one neutral evil. Still nailing down a lot of that. I mean, we know the logistics of it. We know, the spells and stuff that come along with that patron. But we're going to be growing all the, I'm just the what's the word flavor. That's what flavor is. The thing I like about 5e is they give you lots and lots of room to do flavor, and so that's what we'll be doing. We'll be throwing flavor on this, make this genie patron and this warlock our own, Genasi Warlock our own. I'll tell you what I know, and then we'll try to get a hold of either Lexi or Halkad. Halkad's lurking, so I can probably get him quicker. Oh, and we might talk about the Travelers of the Multiverse, which is a new Arcana that came out. Is it new? It says 2021. Everybody's talking about it like it's today. Is that right? Is that the old one? No, this is the new stuff. Plasmoids, out of Z. This says 2021. Why would it say 2021? Is that a typo? Christopher Perkins and Jeremy Crawford. Man, you can't get a better duo than that in D&D today. I'm going to tell you that right now. So this group is going to be meeting in Prosker. We built the city earlier this year, and the videos are still on our website, on our channel. There we go. And you can go back and watch how we built the city. I need to go back and look at it myself and see if I need to tie it all up or maybe make one big video. I have the city pretty much made on a program. We may showcase that maybe next week. And then we get, I'm just nailing down a few things about the bays. The big bad. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be unlike anything I've ever done. Let me read you what we have of. Now, I'm probably mispronouncing her name because I'm reading it from the script given, and I read it as Eileen. That's the way it pronounces out. Ailleen. Quarry? Huh. Well, that means she wants to go by Quarry. I need to talk to her about that. Found as a child by the Gontill family from Waterdeep. Now, if you look it up, the Gontill family is a real thing. But the Gontill family, and according to, Spine of the World, it says right there, during a mining expedition in the Spine of the World, this, the tale, I was doing some research on, it's probably going to pop up on the screen here. Boop. There we go. All right, let me see what I can find. I can go here. I gotta get the Gontill. I didn't get that far, although I had read some. Oh, there it is. Good. This hard living group garnered wealth as miners and mercenaries. So it does say minors. Okay, it's interesting. The reference is, can you give me the reference? Ability of water. Okay, whatever. Gontiel, which is her family name. Here, let's just do this. Bring it over here. Boop. We are in, of course, the Forgotten Realms wiki, which is the end all of everything for Rune. The Gontiel. Gontiel. Gontiel? Gontiel? I need to ask her how she pronounced it. Was a notable part of the nobility of Waterdeep, first gaining nobility status in the year of the Gleaming Crown, 1097, which is funny because that's almost a little over 400 years ago. So her family has been nobles in Waterdeep for over 400 years. That's great. That is her coat of arms. An orange coat of arms with a silver gauntlet and crimson spikes and 3 slashes. That is the coat of arms for the Gontiel family. Says that their favorite deity is Tempest. That doesn't seem to be hers. I'll read that in a minute. So let's see if I can get. Most known for their mercenary nature, earning notoriety in fighting and exploring. They also gained their fortune in mining and trading. The way we're playing it, the early Gontiel family was probably mercenary in nature, and that's how they started. As they grew in wealth, they probably started doing more trading and reaching out to all the different major metropolitan areas, doing sales. And then, just recently, in the last, I gotta find out how long she's been with the family. I want to say she's probably been with the family at least 10 years. Which means for the last 10 years, they've been heavily into mining in the spine of the world. Although not a lot of discussion going on to what's actually going on up there. That sounded ominous, didn't it? Huh. These are old relatives from way back. They're all dead now. Sorry. Lexi, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Elamos Gontiel was the patriarch of the family in 1368. I think, did she give names? Or did she just say mother and father? Let's read more. Let's get off that. She was taken in due to the absolute rarity of her appearance. Being a descendant of the Dao, she was an Earth Genasi and had skin that looked like ebony gems or onyx. Her skin reflected against the torchlight, led the miners to her, and once they looked upon her, they could see the small cracks in her skin that seemed to shine with fiery brilliance, with the brilliance of the finest diamonds from within. Awesome description there, awesome description. But her skin being like onyx caused the miners of the expedition to fear her to be bad luck. But Sir Gontiel refused to harm her or leave her. They decided to take her back to Waterdeep for the family, decide what to do with her. That last part probably didn't come up with Sir Gontiel. Some of the other guys like, well, at least we could get something for her at auction, maybe. I'm sure that didn't sit well with Sir Gontiel. At first, the family decided to keep her due to the affinity for caves and her ability to find gems and veins of ore. Basically, she had a knack for finding the ore at a young age. And so for the last 10 years, she's been finding them some of the most exquisite veins of ore in the spine of the world. He's got the rights, the mining rights up that direction. He went through the right authorities, and they have been taking gems out of the spine of the world for a while now. They brought her to a higher station and trained her in etiquette. trade, and more. She took to this very quickly and began accompanying the family to more regal events and being used as an attraction for business prospects and other families. I mean, I'm not saying her father and mother didn't do this, but she was a draw. She was. People heard she was coming to a party. They wanted to be at that said party, and so they would show up to see this wondrous specimen. A lot of people, she was just a zoo exhibit, and she wanted to be accepted really bad for a long time, I believe. Now Lexi can correct me. She wanted to be accepted, and she got to a point where she could be a part of the higher nobles younger pack. And then when she got there and realized what kind of asshole she was dealing with, she really didn't want to be, and she hung out with some of the fringe element amongst the nobles. And we'll be talking about and dealing with some of those later on. While this suited her just fine, apparently she didn't mind being the main attraction. She is a warlock. She'll have high charisma, which means take advantage of it, right? Take advantage of the spotlight. And she learned to turn that to a business adept, a business acumen like none other. Making business deals at a young age and bringing in more and more business and sealing the deals for her father. She didn't mind this, but she get older, say she's getting into her 20s, early 20s, and she wanted to know more about her people. Where do they come from? Are there more like her? She began doing research in the city libraries and asking through whatever channels the family's influence would allow, which, I mean, about any information she wanted to get to, she could get to because of the family's influence. And they wouldn't deny her either because she is a well-known member of the Gontiel family. Does that mean her name's Quarry Gontiel? Or is it Eileen? I have to ask her. I'll get to her in a minute. Hope you're listening, Lexi. We'll be piping you in here in a minute. I just want to read the rest of your deal. Okay. I might start with Hallman, but I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Searching high and low, she sought her answers in the temple of Selune, the Moon Maiden, knowing her affinity for knowledge and her long history on the plan. She truly believed on the plane, I think that's what that's supposed to be. I need to ask her. She truly believed she would finally be brought some answers here. After many months and many talks with an elven cleric named Elyson Bacon. I need to ask her how to pronounce that. She was finally given a small piece of hope. Elyson had been praying to Selune and been given a vision of the earth moving violently and cracking open. As the dirt fell into the opening, the darkness began to grow, and she saw 9 gems shining in the void. There was a stillness for a moment, and then, as if coming from the earth itself, she heard the one word, Prosper. Once this word was uttered, a vast shadow was cast over the different colored gems. The earth began to move again, threatening to swallow the precious gems. Elyson told his vision to Eileen and told her that the small city of Prosper in the center of the continent, maybe she would find her answers there. Eileen took this knowledge home and meditated on day and night, not one to make decisions rashly. She had no idea how she would even begin to make that kind of journey, how she would be able to survive out there on her own. She only knew that this was something she must do. And if she was ever to understand herself and what her people were. That's going to be an interesting journey. because her people are interesting, are a strange one. Oh. Anyway, the Gauntils, none of these people are alive. What in the world is all that? Anyway, basically because it shows the Gauntil. Huh, I don't see the Gauntils mentioned. Okay, anyway. One night, while on deep meditation, I think it's going to be interesting to see her discover this, because it's not like a legacy, and find out who my parents were. How she came to be in that cave system is one of the mysteries we'll be discovering. But while in deep meditation, she began to reach out. She still just wasn't happy with what the Temple Selene told her. It didn't tell her anything but that one point. She still had Prosper speaking in the back of her head. So she pleaded for the power to just find what she was seeking, and much to her surprise, something answered. The classic warlock tropes, like someone in great need. Well, there's this power that wants something from you, and we'll find out along the way the things that this female Dao are interested in. This could possibly be the picture for her. I don't know. In exchange for unlocking her true potential, something was needed. In exchange, there were no details, but no price was too high. That's a dangerous thing. She's playing a dangerous game here with very powerful entity, one that believes in slavery and in indentured service. So you get on the wrong side of this entity, she's probably going to slap you in chains, possibly. So there's a lot of danger involved here. But so far, it's like she gets all the benefits, and the patron doesn't seem to want anything right now. But that will change. With all her being, Eileen agreed, and in return, she was told only one thing: that she was a genasi, a mix of mortal and genie blood. And with her newfound patron's help, she would realize the true power locked inside her blood. The voice, a feminine one, confirmed that the vision was influenced by her, and that Prosper should be her next move. Well, I don't know if this picture inspired her. Me being a guy, my first thought was it's a dude. Forgive me, it's old habits. But I like the idea of being able to develop this female Dio as a patron and a major power in Peru. Same night she left, leaving only a note behind for her family that had taken her in, and she began a long journey to a town she only knew the name of. With little on her besides her personal belongings and a small amount of gold, she borrowed a horse. We're going to talk about tweaking that a little bit. Okay. Let me see if... Yeah, I don't think... I'm having trouble getting hold of Lexi. I wanted to read that because we're going to try to nail down some things and get her turned in the right direction, but it doesn't look like it's happening tonight. Okay. Like I said, that Warlock patron is going to be an interesting one to play because a lot of it's handed to me. It's not like my patron is this certain name. It's like this type of patron is what I want. Don't know the name, it's all in your hands, and they know I'm fully capable of filling in the blanks, and we'll work together to develop this power. Okay, one thing I'm going to do, a lot of really cool things in the Warlock, the Genie. Of course, she chose Dio, the Earth element. You got all these really cool Phantasmal Force is a cool. Huh. No, Dio spells. I'm sorry, here we are. Sanctuary. It's not bad. Spike Growth, Meld into Stone, Stone Shape, Walled Stone. The only one that's given a ninth one is. Huh. Do you get Genie Spells? Okay. First level, the Genie lets you choose from an expanded list of spells when you learn a Warlock spell. The Genie expanded spells table shows the Genie spells that are added to your Warlock spell list. You associate your partners along with the spell. So these are given. Ninth level, you get Wish. Or when you're able to cast ninth level. Can they even cast ninth level spells? I don't think so. So why is that there? Let's see. Huh. Okay, let's look this up. All right. Okay, creating Warlock, blah, blah, blah. Here it is. Okay. Cancers, no spells, no spells at spell level. So they don't get but to 5th level. So how do they drop that Wish spell in there? That's strange, isn't it? Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? Isn't it lovely? That's just strange. The rest of it to 5th level is fine because you get 5th level spells. But why is the Wish spell dropped in here at 9th level when they never get a 9th level spell? I guess I have to table that to later. Maybe we can talk with the team and find out. On top of that, she gets a vessel. I'm not sure. I think she said she was going to pick the old Genie bottle, sort of like I Dream of Genie. Bottle of Respite. You can pop into a 20-foot radius cylinder, 20 feet high, or once during each of your turns, when you hit with an attack, you can deal extra damage to the target equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay, it's going to start slow, obviously, because at 3rd level even, it's only a +2. So you do 2 extra damage. The best you're going to do is 6 extra damage. That's not terribly great. Just saying. Bludgeoning. Vessel's AC equals your spell save DC, which you better have some high charisma. Okay. Elemental gift, 6th level, you take on the characteristics of your patron's kind. I like this because it gives a Warlock resistance to bludgeoning damage as a Dio patron, and that is so important. That's one of the big 3. And so, anything with hammers and mauls that come after you, you're only taking half damage because you're a tough son of a gun. Not half as good as thunder, fire, or cold damage. I really don't think those are as good. In addition, as a bonus action, you can give yourself a flying speed of 30 that lasts for 10 minutes. Wow. In addition, it's not either or, it's in addition. So you've got resistance to bludgeoning damage, and you can fly at a 30 feet speed for 10 minutes. That's crazy. You use it equal number of times your proficiency bonus. That's great. I didn't see that little caveat down there. That's great. Sanctuary Vessel is at 10th level. When you enter your Genie's vessel via the Bottle of Respite feature, you now can choose up to 5 willing creatures that you can see within 30 feet of you. And the chosen creatures are drawn into the vessel with you. You better have somebody. able to take that bottle and protect it. Bonus action, you can eject any number of creatures from the vessel, and everyone is ejected if you leave or die or the vessel is destroyed. In addition, everyone, including you, who remains in the vessel for at least 10 minutes gains the benefit of finishing a short rest. So you can stay in there for 10 minutes, you get a short rest. Not bad. Anyone can add your proficiency bonus to the number of hit points they gained if they spend all the hit die as a part of the short rest there. Not bad. And then level 14 is a limited wish. You entreat your patron to grant you a small wish. As an action, you can speak your desire to your genie's vessel, requesting the effect of one spell that is 6th level or lower that has a casting time of 1 action. The spell can be from any class, and you don't need to meet requirements in that spell, including costly components. So let me frame this for you. Let's see. It doesn't say it can be. It says you can speak your desire, requesting the effect. Can be once use this feature. Okay, you only use it. Wow, use it again until you finish 1d4 long rests. It's a possibility it'll take 4 long rests to get another shot. That's pretty tough. But the bottom line is, you could cast Revivify, like 6th level or lower. Hang on a second. Hang on. That is 3rd level. Huh. I'm sure Resurrection's a little high for that. See what? That's at least. Yeah, 7th level. They put that just beyond. That's why they said 6th level or less. You can revivify, but you can't resurrect with this ability. You can ask your patron to bring back one of your cohorts to 1 hit point. That can be very important. Seeing they don't have a cleric. They don't have a healer amongst them. All right, that's pretty cool. I need to get this book. Maybe we'll find it online and read over those City of Splendors. One of her best friends is of the Uncathra family. It is a male. I have given him a name, unless she kicks back on it. Oh, there we are. Florin Levitius Uncathra II. His friends call him Levi. He's the heir to the Uncathra house, known for making amazing swords, breeding the finest horses, and do a fine trade in wine. He's traveling with a 1,000-head coster out of Dangerford. Oh my God. The danger zone. Daggerford. Toward Cormier and promised to help her. That's one of the questions I need to give her, but it doesn't look like we're going to get to talk to her right now. We'll have to set this up a little better. I got to think about what I need to ask Halkad. Halkad. Let's look up something here. Warden. All right, let's jump into that. We know what his. Hang on a second. Let's go back to here. This is not where I want to be. A dwarf. This is pictures. Lots of cool stuff. We'll get into that. We talked a lot, and although I don't think I ever got it recorded right, of his weapon. I gotta go back and find out what we discussed. Okay, I gotta make him a... I do have a notebook here somewhere. All right. Here we go. How does that look? Does that look really bleached? Turn that off. Is that better? We'll find out for a minute. Anyway. That's a riveting screen, is it not? Okay, let me pull this notebook over. Paper notes, of which I've written down everything. Hallman Ironcaller is our dwarf's name. Now you see the riveting world of the DM. Trying to get back to where... Maybe it's over here. I've been all over the place doing research. Marcel, 7 Secrets. Ooh, I misspoke. There's a page where I stopped and wrote down. I got things on the nobility of Cormier. I've been studying the nobility of Waterdeep. Military strongholds. I know Lyra. That's interesting. Is that where I wanted to be? I don't think that's where I wanted to be. Huh. I get some organization about myself. I wanted to read it from the horse's mouth here. I could spout it from memory. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Hallman's an artificer, like I said. He's perfecting what is known as the Annihilator. It's like the Annihilator 2.0. It comes from the wondrous Fizban's Book of Dragons. And in it, there's a weapon called the Topaz Annihilator, which we had to scale back a little bit. Well, all we did was take away that what sounded like a grenade that you could launch every once in a while. But we're perfecting that in its connection with the Amethyst Dragon. Interesting. A lot of things about gems and mines connected here. Okay. Maybe I should nail down Hallman while I've got a moment. Ironcaller. I just looked up his name. Ironcaller. I'm sure that's not from anything. This page is just... Because this is all things from the Forgotten Realms. Clan McKnuckles. I gotta know. Inquiring minds have to know. It's just... doesn't do anything. Hook, tread, McKnuckles. Yeah, I think all these are kind of dadgum. Forge Bar. Of course, we've heard Clan Durgar, which became the Durgar race. Battlehammer, which is up in Icewind Dale, which we've been playing a lot in. Learned a lot up there. A lot of great clans. There's also clans in the mountains close to Prosker. That's why he settled there. I do have a file on that. Man, there's just a lot of stuff here. You're a dwarf. Look like riveting the nose like that. Huh. There's the Dwarfs of Sunset Mountain. Sunset Mountains are to the northwest of Prosker. And I as disorganized as I am, I have a thing about organization. And the Dwarfs of Sunset are no different. They have split into several different clans who specialize in certain things. The Bruingor. Bruingor was a clan that goes way back with Cormier. And right now, Barshona Bruingar is the queen of Clan Bruingor. She is the authority. Ragor Bruingor is the younger brother of the departed Colgrim. You can look him up. He's the master of commerce, still learning but not considered strong enough to lead the clan. Being a noble, he is now spending a time in Easting as the clan's connection between the outside world, coming off a stint as a merchant noble traveling Cormier. He hopes to prove himself to the older nobles. And then there's Colston Stormhelm, master of strongholds. Basically builder, master builder, in charge of all the defense of the stronghold. Right Boldeye, master of taverns, which has a lot to do with the festivities and the major feasts, and he takes care of all that. Hundok Darkstriker, master of mines, patron of miners and gem cutters, his specialty. Burianora Moltenborn, that's a mouthful. I need to rethink that one. Master of craft and creation, patron of smithers, smelters, and even artistic crafters of stone and metal. And finally, Turmon Brighthammer, master of artificing and cleric of Dogmarin Brightmal, a rather young clan. They have specialized in artifice for many years and thrive on new creation. So you've got these guys up in the Somerset Mountains. I guess I can show you. All I can do is go here. I keep it. What? There it is. See this little purple place here? That is Cormier. You get the Sunset Mountains. You've got the Stormhorns. You've got the Thunder Peaks. Stormhorns go from the west side to part of the north side. The Thunder Peaks protect the eastern side. Of course, Sunset Mountains are kind of offset away from that, separated by the Marsh of Tun and this river system. Cormier is very defensible. Enemies aren't going to come through here. Of course, it gives them this one point to come through here. Of course, this is all kind of open here and here. And you've got a little bit of opening down here. But it's not much. Basically, they can see you coming. Now, of course, they do have the big dragon mirror, the bay, the inlet from the Sea of Falling Stars, which they have a massive navy in Susel and Marsimber, Moon Ember. Those two I don't know a whole lot about. Anywho, there's the Sunset Mountains. There's the Fort Helm. They give you no information. WotC leaves that totally open for us to fill it, and so I did. The Dwarven clans hold their stronghold there, and there have been some other strongholds within the Stormhorns and the Thunder Peaks, of which have been abandoned for several different reasons. We'll get into that maybe later. All right, that's not going to help us. He said that his clan was from the north. Oh, I wonder if they have connections to the spine of the world, because that would connect them back around again to the Gontiels. I can put her name down here now. Come on, Eileen. That's all I can think of. All I can think of. I'm sorry. I don't know if I. That would connect them back around. Yep. Okay. I was checking to make sure our audio is working. I have to do that every once in a while. All right. Let's see if. Ooh. Okay. Weird. Panda's back there somewhere. I thought he was headed in. So let's see if we can get a hold of Halkad, and ask him some questions. Just so I can. Oh, hello. That's fine. Off Discord. Pardon me while I touch the sky. No, pardon me while I try to get a hold of Halkad and see if he wants to speak on the subject of Hallman Ironcollar. I am real, like I said, I'm real excited. He is here and he is ready. All right, let's see. Let me act like I know what I'm doing. Dude, that doesn't do me any good there. We'll do that. I can't hear it. Can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
There he is. Let me make sure you are on stream, because Lord knows we've done that enough.
Right.
Looks like it. Yeah, looks like you're on. Let me listen to the video, the stream video, and see if I hear you there. We'll do that. I can't hear it. Can you hear me? There he is. Let me make sure you are on stream. Okay. You are kind of light. Let me get in here and see if I can up that a little bit. Yeah, I can see. All right, that's much better. I was overpowering you. I may be a little loud myself. Maybe back that off.
I always speak louder.
That's good.
I've actually gotten very soft spoken over the years.
Imagine that.
Right?
Are you getting old on us?
No, I just have less and less to say.
Hey, no, I understand that completely. The more I see time go by and the generations go, the less I have to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's much better if I just smile and move on.
A lot of things I want to say would probably get me canceled.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that quickly. I mean, they're watching me like a hawk to begin with, because I'm at a certain age, and I am a white old male, old school conservative Christian, and Lord knows all I got to do is sneeze.
Right?
It's all good. It's all good. I'm harmless, people. Sort of.
For now.
So we're talking about Hallman, just kind of getting some background. I got the. Oh, hello. I got lots of fun stuff. There. Well, there's my character for Steven's game that I'm playing with my grands.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's not that I meant to talk about him, but he's an elven. What's sword song? Wait, is it sword song?
Sword singer?
Sword singer. Thank you very much. I'm trying that out, and it's working out pretty good, actually. I think it's better than playing. What's the one that's the fighter? Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
I haven't really played that much, so I really can't speak to it. But this seems a little more wizardry. Of course, it's a wizard who actually carries a sword.
Basically the non-patron version of like a hex blade.
Yeah, basically. He discovered greater invisibility last week.
Ooh.
and realized that he's got a conundrum, because he likes to be seen. He likes people to see him doing things. And it's like, now that this keeps me safe, what do I do? What do I want worse? Anyway, yeah, he's went down twice. He died once. So hey, yeah, I'm testing the limits of mortality.
Always got to test it.
Elven mortality. Anyway, that's not what I meant to get into. Hallman, you said, was from the north. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Do you have an idea area?
Not really. No, I hadn't. I've been sleeping on actually doing my homework and getting him more and more fleshed out. But
Dare you? No, that's
I
fine.
know, right?
Dude, we've been catching up like for months now, and I keep I'm a researcher by heart. I could research the rest of my life and never get anywhere. So I'm having to stop myself every once in a while and say, "You got to table that one and use it later because it's not helping you here."
Right.
So yeah,
And I mean, you know me. I've always ran like on the spur of the moment.
it's all good. I'm just trying to get things in my head. One thing I thought about was one of the first backstories we came up with was your clan actually killed the dragon, and I didn't think that was quite noble of them. You know, knowing you come from noble stock. Not that a dwarf would not kill a dragon. I'm not saying that.
What are you talking about? We kill dragons for fun.
Oh, okay, maybe I should rethink this then.
I mean, if they're causing trouble, that's on them. Whatever happens to them, that's you reap what you sow.
Yeah, this one, they're neutral dragons, which doesn't mean they're good. Um, but they're all sorts of in the neutrality, in the gray areas. So yeah, they could be doing stuff that got them in trouble with some dwarfs.
With a couple of clans.
Yeah, basically. This one was doing some scouting, and I think one option we have is he ran against a pack of something. We can come up with what it is later. And basically found himself at a disadvantage. If you imagine an amethyst dragon getting at a disadvantage, and you guys came in to try to save him, possibly. It didn't work. He still died, but to keep the possibility of coming back somewhere down the road, he basically gave you his heart, which your clan crafted into a weapon.
Yep.
Sounds about right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about
What
this.
are we gonna do? Make a chair out of it? No, we're gonna put them to work.
It's a centerpiece for Thanksgiving. Yeah, exactly. The power of this dragon in the palm of my hand. Loaded into an artificed weapon. We had several possibilities. Where'd it go? I have a whole file of stuff that
I think I still have a couple of pictures.
Yeah, send them to me I want what because you want an axe at the end of it. This is more of a bayonet. We want the axe at the end of it.
I mean, we can not worry about the bayonet because I still have that warhammer.
True.
And I think that was what I was trying to shoot for, was just having my bayonet basically be the warhammer head.
True. That's right.
But I don't think I didn't actually save that one.
Well, maybe you can find it. Maybe you can find it again.
Yeah.
Just some jacked up pictures I found of dwarfs with guns. Why do you keep doing that? That's interesting, but lots of ideas, but you need to kind of nail down your design because it's going to be yours. It's going to be distinctly your clan's. The Iron Collar clan will have their stamp on it, and it's been handed down. It's what we call a legacy weapon. We talked about this. It's right. It's one that can grow with you, and it has at the heart of it. See, the one in the book had a topaz dragon scale. That's all it needed to power this thing. Never said it had to be recharged. It just said it's got a topaz dragon scale in it, and it shoots forever. That's high fantasy for you. But I thought, of course, I've got to go one better, and plus amethyst makes more sense with what I'm doing. And amethyst makes more sense if you want to do some of the things with that gun, because it's force damage, telekinesis. We talked about it, kicking in powers, special things along the way, legacy, growth, leveled weapons, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is, and it'll grow with you that way. Of course, most of the weapons just kind of grow with you with your ability. I've got something somewhere that has all the details we talked about, and we will nail it down and knock that off. See what I got here. I got so much. I got to get here and organize this mess. I've been pulling together stuff from all over. Got a wild panda sneaking up behind me. Okay. Is it under Annihilator? Yeah. I shouldn't show you too much. You might see you might see stuff that'll tip you off. Or
no. Oh no, I am currently scratching for that photo because I remember what it looked like, but for some reason I just didn't save it. I was like, oh, I'll have it just pulled up here and I'll save it later, and I just never got around to doing it. And classic Halkad stuff.
Hey man, you're right along with us. You're one of us. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
You are not an oddball in this group. Okay. Yeah, I got lots of stuff going on the screen. I'm freaking people's eyes. I hope you don't have epilepsy or anything. I mean, it's not a joke. I hope it didn't freak you out. You flipping screens so fast.
Oh, shoot. That'd be terrible. I'd feel awful.
Yeah, I would feel terrible. Terrible. What am I doing?
It's terrible.
Well, it was interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll leave that to you to discover it along the way. It's all according to Lexi's character is. Some people say it's complicated things. What for me, it has enlightened things a great deal. Each of you have brought things to the table that have made the story so unique, and that's what I want to show people. I want to show people how the story can grow and breathe, and it's interesting. It's gonna be interesting. And that on saying that, I've also got to get in there and organize this mess because there's so many things that I want to get you guys in the middle of, but I want to control the mess. So we're
right not here to turn that mess into even more of a mess.
Yeah, usually.
The gods have saw fit to let me breathe another day, and now it's about to be everyone else's problem.
Yeah, that's what you guys are. Everyone else's problem. Yeah, lovable team of assholes is usually the way it turns out. Oh, goodness.
Well, no, I'm a respected businessman.
True. You guys have... I was talking to Panda about... He said it's been 2 years since he was in I'm like, can we make it at least 6 to 8? That would make more sense that you have had time to mend, get on the run, meet Holman, and develop a business. There's a lot going on there, a lot to unpack.
A lot to unpack. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. I just thought it would be better. Story-wise, I said if it doesn't break your story, and I don't think it does, he's supposed to get back to me.
Nah,
it's flexible.
It's flexible. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all very flexible.
Time is flexible.
Well, like I said, you know how I operate. I bounce back with what you give me.
Well, that's what I do. As a DM, that's what I do. In this one especially, I didn't have a story in mind. Like Asheray, I knew what was going on. I knew a lot of the timetables you guys were on, the kind of things you'd run into, and the doomsday clock was ticking. In this one, we purposely didn't have any preconceived notions besides the fact it was Faerun, the continent of Faerun on Toril. And we decided to make it a little bit in the future to 1507. It's about 16 years after Icewind Dale, the adventure, something like that. And so that helped us a little bit because that takes us out of all the people that go, well, that's not the way it happened. Well, it hasn't happened yet in the Faerun Forgotten Realms adventures, so you can't tell me it didn't happen that way. Plus, it's my universe. I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all we had. We no post-apocalyptic, pre-apocalyptic, excuse me. Although I told Panda, I'm not sure if I can hold that.
No, as I said to you whenever you mentioned this, I said that we shouldn't begin with a pre-apocalyptic story.
Yeah, I want to cause the apocalypse.
Well, I might be able to oblige you. I like the vague prophecies at the beginning of stories that may or may not mean anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It 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 might make sense along the way, but it's not as bad as the unknown god's about to destroy everything you know and love.
Per the usual.
Per the usual. So that's all we and so we started putting this together. You guys started giving me character ideas and things you guys, like you said, I kind of bounce back with what I'm given. And I've been really excited because Lexi, who's not big about bouncing back a lot of stuff, and she wants to study this character more. That's kind of what I wanted to get with her tonight, but I'll get with her another time if need be. She wanted to. She's playing. Well, I won't tell you what she's playing. She wants to know as much as she can about her character and the things that surround her as possible, and that really excites me because she's giving me a lot this time. Instead of it's just this character.
It's more than she's ever given us.
Yeah, and so I'm excited about that. I think she's played D&D with us so long, and she's kind of absorbed Panda and Steps on either side, and you even. And I think she's finally gotten to the point where she wants to do more. She wants to be more.
Well, it's like whenever you've been playing D&D for so long, you've got so many characters. Eventually, you get bored of just having, hey, here's this character, have at it.
Yeah, and she has a real chance. I mean, not just because we're streaming and going to be podcasting it. That's one of the reasons she wanted to be a little more knowledgeable about where she's at. But not just that, but you create a character with flesh and blood. She does anyway. Sekhmet's a great character. She's a solemn warrior, a guardian of the Cat Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's a great story. Those two, Carius and Sekhmet. So she's not doing anything wrong. It's just this time she's giving me more, and it's like, whoa! And it didn't change the story. It reaffirmed the story, which is kind of strange. Her and Panda had the same kind of thought process and actually crossed paths and ideas. He probably told you. And then, but yet it all works out. And I don't know. It's going to be exciting. Genie Patron is fun. It's going to be interesting to see how it works. I get to create a brand new DAO because there's not a lot of them out there to work with. And of course I get to deal with the power of this amethyst dragon. Got a wild hair on my mustache driving me nuts.
Fantastic.
Yeah, isn't it though? But anyway, I will tell you this much. Her father has mines in the spine of the world. That's why I was asking you whereabouts. Possibly that, I mean, this isn't typical D&D and your whole clan was wiped out or anything, right?
No, we're going strong.
That's good. That's what I was worried there for a minute.
It's not the Jono treatment.
Yeah, Jono gave me everyone I love is dead.
And everybody I love died.
I'm still here.
Everyone I love.
I can still hear their voices on the winds. And like normally I deal with, lone wolfers, no family, no friends. Well, ain't gonna be different this time. We got a clan backing us this time.
Yeah, man, and not only do you have your clan backing us, but you've been working alongside the clan in the Sunset Mountains, just to the northwest of you. I had this in my head. I've actually developed the what was the name? The Bruingor clan, which has been in the Sunset Mountains for a long time. Their D&D canon, and I just kind of fleshed them out, organized it a little bit. But anyway, they're up in that elusive place that they didn't give us any information on, called the Fort Helm. If you see it on the map, Fort Helm, that's where the majority of dwarfs actually have their stronghold. But they have, and I don't know why they didn't, it's fine, they're not going to change anything. Why Prosker didn't end up being the dwarven town, you know what I'm saying? It's right there on top of Fort Helm.
That's what I wanted to know whenever I looked at the thing too.
It's kind of weird. If you see on the screen, you see the Easting's way down here. You see the dwarven head? That's because it's a mostly dwarven town. Prosker's right here. Totally different, but it's right there on top of Fort Helm. I'm not changing it, but it's weird. Just
That's
saying.
very weird.
Very
I don't know
weird.
how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I mean, just to be fair here, the dwarf craftsmen that would be selling things would probably want to be closer to the trade routes.
Yeah, Prosker's become stronger in the trade.
Shut up, Panda, with
Well,
your
yeah, but
logic.
back in the day, Easting.
He said, shut your logic up back there. We don't have time for your...
Don't you come at me like that.
I'll take your arm.
Oh, okay. We'll get into that later,
I'll
folks.
take my wagon and leave, damn it.
Oh man, my tools are on there.
These two guys are in business together.
Can't you tell?
Congratulations. It's going to go great. It's going to be awesome.
It'll be perfectly fine. Nothing's going to go wrong.
The comment he made about the arm, I'll go ahead and explain that. John was in quite a bad accident. Got blown off a boat. Yeah, we'll get into that during the story.
Oh, wait, we didn't go over this yet? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, that's okay. Yeah, this is a DM session. This is for spoilers. I should have said that at the beginning. You know, if you're just not getting to this, yeah, we're probably going to spoil a few things, but it's okay. Most of it's just tidbits. I'm not giving away any big stuff right here. I may do some DM sessions where I talk about big bads and stuff, and I have to make sure you guys aren't listening. Anyway.
Don't worry, I don't listen to your streams anyways.
Jonathan.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
He's a team guy.
Oh.
He's a team player, man.
Hey, at least I have him playing in my on the side.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I have him playing.
I don't care if you listen as long as you play it. I don't know.
Right?
Hey,
That's kind of how I feel about my stuff. It's like, as long as you just have it up, I don't really care.
Numbers, man, numbers.
Anyway, he got his arm blown off.
Yeah, pretty much.
And along the way, did Hallman help you build the arm? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's kind of how
Power
we
of
met.
dwarven artifice.
This is my second artificer to be in a game with, and I'm beginning to love them more and more. I guess.
Okay, get ready because I'm pretty sure he's an artillerist as well.
Artillerist?
No,
No. Which one?
I am not actually.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's a
am a battlesmith.
That's what I thought you said you were going to do. He kept saying,
Instead of a turret, he's got a bear.
I got a metal bear.
hey, man, you can't beat a metal bear, man.
And it's also like the I'm actually playing him different than what you would normally suspect for an artificer, because you know they're technically spellcaster, right?
Yeah. Well, half the
half
quarter,
caster,
half
yeah.
caster.
Half and half. We're mainly focusing on the melee aspect of it. Like most of my spells are melee ranged and deal with defenses.
Yeah, that sounds about. That's sort of what I did with that. Man, I am just my elf. Sword singer songs. I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
Blade singer.
Blade singer. Thank you
Blade
so
singer.
much. He helped me last time. He found a lot of things to enhance his attacks. So a lot of things he does is up front, which is kind of weird for a wizard. Although he's 9th level.
He's already died once, and we've had like 3 games with that one character.
Yeah, I had to. One thing I won't say I hate it. It's the hardest thing for me to come into a character like this, especially a wizard, a spellcaster, at 9th level, never having played it, and make it work. And it's working pretty good. I mean, I think I didn't die last time, didn't even get hurt because he, like I said, he discovered greater invisibility. It's his best friend now. The only problem is, yeah, he doesn't get to show off as much. And
we know who killed them. It's fine.
Yeah.
If an invisible force puts holes in something, we know who killed it. Like,
well, he's not worried about you guys. He wants everybody else to know who did it.
Well, counting the numbers, you're gonna see the rest of us. It's kind of hard to miss the rabbit with a robe of eyes and a cannon.
Lord, that's the other artificer, by the way.
I was about to say, I was like, okay.
I mean, there ain't nothing scarier than some rabbit riding a cannon into battle. It's very dwarven, actually.
One of the last
it's a
things
dwarf
you hear
rabbit.
whenever I walk into battle is kick.
Oh my god, we have so much fun. I'd stream that one. We're playing with the grands. You never know what's going to come out of their mouth.
Oh Lord!
Right.
We're playing Strahd, and my grandson wanted to join Strahd. He actually told one of his underlings he wanted to join. I'm like, everybody's just like, what?
And nobody trusted him again.
I'm not even sure if I trust him now.
Still don't.
Nope. Not after that one.
Yeah. But yeah, the artificers, people give them a bad rap. Talk about them.
Oh, they were so terrible in 3.5 though, so it's easily understandable.
Wow, it's pretty bad if it's bad in 3.5. I mean, they gave everybody everything, it seemed, in 3.5. It's like,
oh no, like the major drawback to an artificer back then was like you were sacrificing your levels. So you like to make an item for your party, you are sending yourself back and therefore falling off a lot sooner than like a ranger would, basically.
Yeah, I remember that. I never did understand that. That never. Not only did it not make any sense, I never did get my head around that. Never got that deep into it. And when you start cutting a character down to try to let him do what he wants to do, it's a little much. Talking about
I know. I can hear him.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I just had to be quiet and listen.
That's cool. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how you play him. I really love to see this weapon grow with you. It's going to be interesting. And you, as a part of this group, you're surrounded by three of the strangest characters. You wonder enough hanging around Jono,
the stone-armed weirdo that you hang out with.
but then you meet the owl wizard and the onyx-skinned warlock. It's just like it gets weirder after that. This is going to be a weird adventure. I'm just going to guarantee you that. A lot of different types of tropes running in it. A lot different than what I've been doing. And it'll have to be because you guys, although Jono's can become quite the tank, which is I'm really excited to see that in action too. But you guys don't have.
The battlefield is my playground.
You kind of half and half. You've got the wizard is kind of weak on that end, of course. I mean, he always is, but a little more so. He came from a real posh background and didn't have a lot of attack spells or even defense spells. He was a student, and so he's going to have to learn his way around that. But he's going to become very useful when it comes to knowledge and investigation. Then you've got two of your group that knows nobility, knows about power structures in Faerun, and may know some of the people.
Two separate places.
Of course, yes. Waterdeep and
And I think both of us would have a slight understanding of Cormier.
Cormier's basically feudal Europe. It's knights and it's lords and it's king. It's one of the few monarch. Well, not few. Waterdeep is run by the lords of Waterdeep, which are all merchants. So are the lords of Amn. They're all merchants too. They make sure of that. This is more, Cormier's more, and it's going to be kind of weird for you and Eileen, I think is her name. I need to talk to her. I really need to talk to her. I just have to call her and just sit down and talk. To try to get your head around a monarch, one guy who rules it all, one throne to rule them all. And it's a lot different than the power structures you two have been, but yet what you know, and you will
Makes
see
things easier if you ask me.
Yeah, but it's still,
That's Jono speaking, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. The lords of Cormier, you'll find, are a lot like the lords of and Waterdeep. Most of them are neck deep in the merchant health of the country.
They're all into the economy.
Yeah, and it's funny, like Waterdeep and maybe like too, they don't respect people who they don't respect as much people who don't get their money by mercantile arts, selling and the making of goods.
Oh, doesn't give two shits what you make your money doing.
That's true.
They're slavers.
I'm talking about both Waterdeep and Cormier look down upon anyone who shows up like an adventurer who's raided the dragon's hoard and walks in. Talk about breaking the economy and making yourself a lord overnight. That's
highly frowned upon.
That's highly frowned upon in most of
mostly by the nobility more than the the people you're spending your money
The people
on.
probably think it's the coolest thing ever. So there's an economy there too. You've got people that the people that would be behind you possibly. Since one of them said in Waterdeep, the family started out as slaves or
Makes
servants, and rose sort of like we talked about John. Not quite that low, but rose to greatness. But Cormier's going to be fun.
I would say the poor are insults in You know what you call somebody who's poor in You call them a copper.
Yep.
Some of them aren't even worth the copper.
Wow, Jono. Just tell us how you really feel. Yeah. So that's the bunch. Oh. That was interesting.
And there's the whole map.
That's the whole map of Faerun.
Oh boy!
Jeez. Spine of the world. Boop.
Hey, we're gonna be there soon. Actually, we are up there, aren't we? Near there?
Yeah, you guys, this is the spine of the world right here.
Yeah.
You guys are right in the belly of it, the northern end of it.
Well, I'm talking about like right now. Aren't
Yeah,
we, like,
Icewind Dale.
here.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's more like down here, but it's okay. What he's talking about, Halkad, is the Icewind Dale gang finally found the Durgar stronghold in the spine of the world and raided it. Raided those little
Killed
monkeys
the
out of
leader.
there. Murked the leader. I am still upset about
Dude,
that.
look, I stunned him with Stunning Strike and he couldn't get it right. He had a +9 in Constitution and couldn't get out of the stun.
I rolled it twice before he got murked by that. Oh, and the new warlock, the warlock pulled the demon monkey out of her
Oh my
pocket
god, yeah.
and murked him basically into a molten metal stream that was running. Yeah, that was a
He took a metal bath.
that was a DM nightmare. I mean, he didn't get it one good shot in. But
I
anyway,
hate to see it happen.
yeah, they don't.
It's a Banjo Gem all over again.
Yeah. Don't worry. Next week it's the dragon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that one's.
Get to figure out how to punch a dragon in the sky.
Oh my god!
Fucking sprout some wings.
I think I'm getting a headache already. My god! I need to look over his stats. Make sure I'm ready for this. Trying to see what else. What's Thunder's Thunderstone. No, it's Hundlestone.
Hundlestone.
It's south of Dugan's Hole. that's the freaking thank you, Watsy, for always putting something in your stuff. You gotta have
good mead to get to Dugan's Hole.
Gotta go through the good mead to get to Dugan's Hole. That's the joke. That's what I'm working.
If you look at the Icewind Dale map from like the book, that one doesn't show it well. But the only roads that there are to Dugan's Hole go directly to Goodmead, then Dugan's Hole. There's no other road to get to there.
Yeah, here they've got a road down south that they didn't give us in the adventure.
I know.
And Hundlestone, it's a dwarven town. Never heard of that one.
Hundlestone.
I'm gonna look it up. Hundlestone is a trade. Thought that. A trade town of 1,200 gnomes, dwarfs, and humans located at the western edge of the spine of the world along the Tin Trail, which is basically the Tin Towns Trail. Yeah, that's the way most of you came through. Yeah, right into Bryn Shander. I didn't know there's so much mountain squeezing it, though. See, that's a better map there. Yeah. You had to go through Hundlestone to get to Bryn Shander. Of course, that's a hard travel now, thanks to Arl, the ice. Thanks,
Arl.
Yeah, don't worry. We got plans for her.
Fucking bitch.
Didn't say there. Those dwarfs and gnomes were miners. Big surprise there. Most of the humans serve as monster slayers. Guides and guards to the caravans or hunters. The neighborhood dwarfs of Ironmaster blindfolded non-dwarf intruders in their homeland and forced them through the underground passages to Hundlestone, releasing them at night in rough, unfamiliar terrain. That's... My God. Where is Ironmaster? Does it show that? I don't think it does. Look at that. Are those gone now or something? They totally left them off the map.
No, I don't think that they show that far on the map.
That's true. Everything is about from here up or over. It's basically here.
Yeah.
Well, including some up here and some over here. Anyway, so there's dwarven developments down south too. And of course you've got, they don't show the dwarfs that live right here. That's weird too. Oh, whatever.
Not where they live, right?
It's right.
I thought that was further up northeast.
No, it's right in there. Between Tourmaline and Cardinal and Targos and East Haven. It's all up in here.
Interesting.
It is interesting. Anyway, I babble. I was just wondering. Do you have any questions for me, or that would help you do what you need to do?
Nope. I mean, we've got the gun situated. I've got a bear.
I got
a hammer.
Well, what else does a dwarf need?
Well, some beer, some ale.
A good woman.
No. What we need here is nothing but good ale and a good song.
There you go. Yeah, Steps plays a dwarven cleric. Yes, up in but it's not a dwarven god. He follows.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Aminator.
I knew you wouldn't like that. Aminator is is the sun, a version
of Lathander.
The morning sun.
I am of the disappoint.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I knew he
verbatim
did. Too. Yeah, exactly. He did, however, in a way of approving him to basically go after Arl, a contingency of high clerics from the dwarven settlement there in Tin Towns brought him a weapon and bestowed it upon him. And they were clerics, of course, of all the dwarven gods in the area. There's about 5 or 6 of them, and they came and did a ceremony and drank and laughed and sang.
As one does.
Which he plays a good dwarf. Okay, he loves his ale. He hangs with every dwarven group.
He loves his ale because that's his flaw.
Yeah, isn't that every dwarf's little flaw, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that one's a
Some of them actually
freebie.
know how to hold it.
Yeah, he should have another flaw because he gets that one automatic. Oh, but anyway, he plays them well, all for that one little point. Well, if you don't have any other questions, let's see. You have any questions, Jono? Or you're pretty solid, aren't you? Yeah.
Mostly.
I'll get with Lexi. Let me double check something. I've been watching my Facebook all. That's not it. There we go.
You don't have anything.
Don't have anything. That's we won't get into that right now. All right. Oh, Halkad, did you hear about? Although it says 2021, I thought this just came out. I about know it did because we were talking about it this weekend on our trip. Travelers of the Multiverse, Unearthed Arcana. They spewed out a bunch of playtest races that stem from Planescape.
No.
No?
Spelljammer.
It's Spelljammer. I'm sorry, you're right. Spelljammer.
Oh yeah, the D&D in space.
Yeah. They've got a set coming out. Maybe this is stuff that's going to be in the book. I don't know.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, really.
They're bringing it in.
The 3-creen, the Plasmoid was the weird one. But they had the Astral Elf, the Autognomes, which are my favorites.
The GIF.
GIF. Oh,
Hippo
that's
people.
right. This is old. This was last year.
Yeah.
And this stuff's going to end up in the book. There was something else.
Is it this thing that you have up over here?
No, that's actually there's a site
You're
still
putting in the wrong thing again.
still dedicated. No, I'm not.
No, over here on new tab.
No, I'm not.
Planescape.
Yep. See if I can. Teases Planescape, a new Unearthed Arcana playtest. Excuse me. See if they give me a new packet of playtest material. Wonders of the Multiverse. This is the one I was looking for. The Glitchling. Really interesting. Created by forces of planar law, glitchlings are winged human-like creatures made from a merger of magic and machine. These explorers seek to learn all they can about the multiverse and its creatures. Some glitchlings then carry what they learn back to the lawful planes, like Mechanus, to inform the orderly working of the multiverse. Others become enamored with travel and the peoples they encounter, and they seek to make a life of making their own among the planes. Basically, they're moderns. You're playing a traveling modern.
A glitchling. You're a glitch modern.
Yeah, exactly.
Your programming is flawed. Which, in all honesty, no, you're not a modern.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because Primus doesn't make mistakes.
Oh, okay.
That you know of.
That's,
that you know of.
That he will admit to.
Exactly.
That he will admit to. That's even better.
All right. They are a construct. That's their creature type. They are medium, 30 speed, armored plating. Your metal skin is reinforced with armor plates. When you aren't wearing armor, your base armor class is 14 plus your dexterity modifier. Not bad, actually.
That's better than the dragon subclass for sorcerers.
Yep. This one's a weird one. Check this one out. Balance Chaos. This is playtest material, by the way. When you make an attack roll or saving throw and roll a 9 or lower on a d20, you can balance Chaos and treat the roll as a 10.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. It's maybe too good.
No.
You can balance this Chaos this way a number of times equal to your profit. Actually, it is controlled, so it's okay.
It's controlled, and you get them back at a long rest.
Yeah. So
the only thing that that is anything like that is The Hobbit's Lucky.
Halfling's lucky, yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Same thing.
But it is
Different
controlled.
worlds. Living construct, the usual things.
You were created to benefit from several spells that preserve life, but that normally don't affect constructs. In other words, things that heal you or bring you back or
They
keep you from dying.
shouldn't have to say anything about that. They haven't said anything about that with the Warforged. They haven't said anything about that with any of the...
Well, we've just assumed, we've had to assume. They haven't told us. Some people have to be told everything. I'm sorry, I'm not being rude or anything.
But here's the thing, like, if you're gonna play it, like, they're trying to make this stuff as easy as possible. It's 5e. We're not trying to do things like 3.5, where necrotic damage heals undead, where...
Yeah, I still think that should work. I don't, yeah. But if you do that, then you've got the, like Logna or something, who's actually partially dead, at least, if not undead. I'm not sure what she is.
I'm pretty sure that the undead patron does not make you undead.
True.
It
true.
might, but I don't...
They're pushing the boundaries with that character. It's okay. Ordered Mind. You have advantage on wisdom, insight checks, and on saving throws made to avoid or end the charmed condition on yourself.
But you still have to sleep.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Yeah, this one has to sleep. So that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you get a fly speed.
But yeah,
walking
vestigial wings.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not really flying. You fly in short bursts. Let me read it. You can engage your wings to gain flying speed equal to your walking speed until the end of your current turn. If you're still aloft at the end of the turn with nothing else supporting you, you fall.
Yep, I won't be using that.
You can, in other words, you got to land at the end of your turn every time. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency modifier. Okay. It does say.
You can just do it as a free action by what that's saying. It doesn't say a bonus action, doesn't say an action.
It says you can do this a number
of times equal to your proficiency bonus, yes. But it doesn't tell you that it's an action or a bonus action.
They should say, I guess, so you only have one jump times whatever proficiency modifier? That doesn't sound right.
Huh? What do you mean?
You only have one little flight.
Yeah.
The third, 30 feet or whatever you get.
No, you get your walking speed.
Yeah.
Which is mostly 30, but can be
It is 30.
altered.
This is, they're 30 like everything else.
Oh yeah, but it can be altered.
So you get your proficiency bonus times.
That you can do that, yes.
That you can do it. This is one, the other thing is a Cleric Subclass. I need to tell Stephen about this. I don't think he'll change over to it, but it sounds a lot like Good Possibilities. It's the Fate domain. Gods of fate perceive the future and how the choices mortals make drive them toward their destinies. Some deities consider the future preordained, while others understand the multiverse as a place of infinite possibility. Anyway, here's some of the example deities. Domain spells, kind of.
I'm glad that Primus isn't on that. I guess he's technically not a deity, is he?
No, not really. Okay, there's the Fate domain spells. That's pretty vanilla. Okay. Omens and Portents was the first little feature. You can perceive signs of the future in everyday objects and events, such as flights of birds, ripples made in the water. You can use the augury spell. I don't think the augury spell's all that good.
It's not bad. It'll tell you things.
I think it just said, what's it? Good or bad, basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Will and woe for good and bad results or nothing. That's going to drive a DM crazy, but I'd deal with it. If he wanted to jump over and do this domain, I'd let him. Because it has to do with seeing the future. Oh, it's another one in here. I think another one in here. I think it's more his style. But anyway, ties that bind. Another first little feature. If you temporarily tie your fate to others as an action, you can touch one object or creature and magically tie a strand of fate from yourself to it for 1 hour, or until you use this feature again. An unwilling creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC to resist it. While the target is bound to you and on the same plane of existence as you, you can sense the direction of the target's location and know the direction of its movement if it's in motion. In other words, you can connect to an object and track where it goes, or a person.
That's actually really cool. Now that I think about it, you got some people stealing from caravans, and you just put an item on the caravan that's particularly pricey.
In addition, if that's not good enough for you, in addition, once per turn now, when you cast a spell using a spell slot to deal damage or restore hit points to the target, roll a d6, and the target receives extra damage or healing, respectively, equal to the number rolled. So you can either heal or damage the person up to 6.
Yeah.
Every time, once per turn.
Yeah.
If it's a friend of yours, of course, you want to heal them. If it's an enemy, hey, hurt him. Number of times equals your proficiency bonus. We kind of figured that. Long rest thing. Strands of Fate was a channeled divinity at 2nd level. You can use your channeled divinity to see and manipulate the strands of fate that weave around other individuals. As a bonus action, you can either enter the state for up to 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. That'd be 10 rounds if you're in combat. Or until you lose concentration, of course. For the duration, whenever another creature you can see makes an attack roll or an ability check, you can use a reaction, that's the limiter right there, to give the roll advantage or disadvantage. So once per turn, you can throw a roll, a bone, to either disadvantage or advantage. Once per turn.
Yeah.
That's 10
turns.
10 reactions. That's not bad. Reactions are probably one of the most powerful things in the game.
Yeah, but also having to keep concentration on it kind of...
That's the thing. Being a cleric, he couldn't...
You wouldn't be able to have, like... the fuck's this?
Guardians of Faith?
Yeah. Well, no, not Guardians of Faith. Fucking Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians, that's the one I was thinking of.
2 completely different spells.
I know. One I like, one's okay, one I love. Spirit Guardians is awesome. That's one of them that I mowed through.
Guardian of Faith deals a guaranteed 60 damage.
Well, okay.
No, it's guaranteed.
Okay.
It's guaranteed.
Yes, I mean, I'm not...
Unless they're resistant to radiant damage, it is a guaranteed 60 damage.
I may be the lore master, but he's the rules master. I'm not going to argue with him at that point.
It literally says that if anything within 5 feet of it starts its turn within 5 feet of the thing, it takes 20 damage, period.
Nice. 6th
Mind
level.
you, if there are multiple things.
Yeah.
It goes away after dealing 60 damage.
So. 6th level feature. As a bonus action, you can choose one creature you can see within 30 feet. Your magic grants you a brief vision of that target's defenses. Until the end of your next turn, you gain one of the following effects. Either the next time you make an attack roll against the target, you roll a d6 and add the number to the... I don't know why they didn't give him advantage. It's weird. But it's a d6. You add that to the total. The next time the target must make, or the next time the target must make a saving throw against a spell you cast, he rolls a 6 and subtracts it. It's okay. I think I'd rather have disadvantage than advantage. You can use this bonus action number of times equal your proficiency bonus. Long rest, bada ba. Man, that's quick. 8th level. Potent spellcasting. You add your wisdom modifier to the damage you deal with any cantrip.
Yeah.
That's okay. And finally, at 17th level, Visions of the Future. Your knowledge...
I can see the future!
We're
gonna die!
Oh, is it the Robinsons? Meet the Robinsons?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all I can think of now.
Welcome to the world of
tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. There it is. Thank
That's
you.
Futurama.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Your knowledge of the future allows you to guide an individual to achieve their greatest possible success. You can cast the Foresight spell. That's another one I haven't looked up.
Oh, that one's good.
I'm not familiar.
I don't remember exactly what it does, but I know it's a good one.
All right, it is a 9th level divination spell. Damn. Duration is 8 hours. You touch a willing creature and bestow a limited ability to see into the immediate future. For the duration, the target can't be surprised. Has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration.
Yeah.
The spell immediately ends
if you cast it again before the duration
Yeah.
ends. But it's a 9th level spell, and you shouldn't have more than one.
Damn. You can cast Foresight.
Oh, wait. But it takes a minute to cast. Whenever normally I believe it's an action. Look at this spell.
I'm sorry. You can
Spending a
cast
spell
Foresight spell once without expending a spell slot, which is
wait,
good.
the spell's duration is 1 minute for that casting.
Versus
So it goes from 8 hours to 1 minute.
1 minute. 10 rounds. That's still good.
I say it's still pretty good.
You get the barbarian or the paladin. See the future, dude. He's going to tear something up. Once you cast this way, you can't begin till you finish this long rest. Okay, backgrounds. There's a bunch of backgrounds in this one. Backgrounds? No, it's bonus feats. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Gate Warden. This is the one I thought he might want to jump into. You spend a significant amount of time somewhere influenced by a portal of another plane of existence or by intense planar forces. You're accustomed to experiences that would leave others reeling in terror or enraptured by otherworldly beauty. And you're as comfortable dealing with fiends and celestials as you are with the vendors in town. That sounds like our Alan, right?
Yeah.
Nothing really would phase him compared to you guys. Although, hey, he gets persuasion, survival, 2 languages, equipment. I like this. A ring of keys to unknown locks. Do you remember? It wasn't called the Gate Warden. The Gate Crasher was either a prestige class or a class in 3E that dealt with a shutting down planar travel and stuff. It was really weird. The feature is planar infusion. Living someplace steeped to the energy of the planes, you gain the Scion of the Outer Planes feat. That's the one thing I never did.
Go down.
I am. You'd be a giant foundling, Jesse. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Rune Carver, hold up.
Hang on.
Hold on, yeah, that one sounds interesting. Hold up.
Put a pin in it. We'll get back there. I've skipped this twice. Where the fuck?
Fuck your Scion.
There's so much stuff in here. It was Scion of, what was it? Outer Planes. You're influenced by, anyway, whenever planar essence infuses you or you have extraplanar ancestry, your connection to a plane infuses you with energies found there. Choose a type of plane listed in the planar infusion table below. Astral, Galactic Outer, Evil Outer, Good Outer. More. Yeah, Lawful Outer and the Outlands. That's the one I saw and I thought I knew that would get your attention. Choose a type. Your choice gives you resistance to the damage type. Wow.
They're bringing me the thing. They're giving it to me.
What is that? Lord knows we've done that enough.
You'll have to mute it.
Huh. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway. So yeah, that's I thought you'd want to see that. What is that? Strike of the Giants. Hang on, it's a feat. So let me read.
No, you're getting sidetracked. I want to see that Rune Carver feat.
Okay. Halkad does too.
Rune Carver.
You gotta be
further.
Huh?
There was a Rune Carver feat up top. You're looking at the apprentice and the The adept, go up.
How's it up here?
Just keep going.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay. Suck it.
It's the actual background for it.
You've dedicated your life to studying the practice of runecraft. Whether you were personally taught by a master rune carver or learned by poring over engravings of ancient ruins, you understand how to tap into the supernatural power held within runes. The art of runecraft was initially created by the giants of yore, but over time the practice has been adopted by individuals of all races and backgrounds.
We might need to talk.
As such. So, this is a background.
Yeah. And the reason I say we might need to talk is because Jono's starting as a rune knight.
What's your background right now?
I'm pretty sure I mixed some. Mostly noble is what he is.
As you get a unique rune styles. Everyone's unique. So what? Oh, that's just.
It's how you.
It's flavor.
Yeah, it's how you put them in.
The features while I'm looking for, you gain the Rune Carver Apprentice feat, which is what I was trying to look at. So it doesn't really give you a lot of information there. It just gets you into this.
What does that what does this feat do?
Yeah. Rune Carver Apprentice. You've been studying you learn the Comprehend Languages spell. You can cast this spell without expending a spell slot.
Long rest before you can do it again.
You can also cast this spell using any spell slots you have.
You know, 2 runes of the choice from the rune spells. That's cool.
Death. You know, on top of the fire rune. Well, there were 2 of them you have, right?
Oh, I think it's. Give me a minute.
But the choices are death, dragon, enemy, friend, journey, king, mountain, and sacred. And death, you get the ray of sickness. Dragon, get the chromatic orb.
Ooh, chromatic orb.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Enemy gets disguise self. Friend gets speak with animals. That sounds like a joyous, right? Longstrider for the journey. King gets command. That's pretty nice. Mountain gets entangle. I don't know how that's connected.
I think I would flavor that one if they took the mountain. It would be more of, instead of vines.
Yeah.
It'd be rocks.
Yeah.
Encasing them.
The plane of Earth. I've because of the obvious, I have lost a lot of videos about things like that. And it says that the way is treacherous because it keeps closing in on you.
Yeah.
Which is an entanglement. It's sort of an entombment.
Yeah, the plane of Earth is not it's not hospitable to people not in the towns.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was interesting because it makes it.
Now go up to the adept.
Yeah. Wait, hang on a second. We're not done.
Oh.
While wearing or carrying the rune-marked object, you can cast the spell associated with the chosen rune once.
Without using a spell slot or material components. Ooh.
You can also cast the spell using... I see something like an Earthbind. You know, the Earth comes up and grabs them.
Earthbind only works with flying creatures.
Well, I'm not really talking about Earthbind. It's just...
I would just change the name of the spell to Entomb, but it does the same thing as...
Yeah, that's fine.
Entangle.
Makes sense. Spellcasting ability for this feat is intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. You get to choose.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice. And you become the adept. You've got to be at least 4th level, which you get it at. Well,
no, you get it at 4th level. Basically, what it like the way that would work, right?
Yeah.
You would have to have at least gotten to 4th level. Like basically what it is. So humans can take a feat.
Yeah.
And if they want to, right?
Yeah,
They do that so that you can't just be like, I want to level 1 be a rune carver adept.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. Oh yeah, they got to put control in it. Increase the ability score of the spellcasting ability chosen when you gain the Rune Carver Apprentice feat by 1. So whatever it is, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. Go where?
No, go down.
Down?
Down. You went up.
I know, man. Hush, duck. My boss used to do it to me all the time. Be on a map, he'd say, go down.
Go down a little bit. What the hell? Go up. To the top of here. Yeah.
Okay, this is riveting.
Increase the... Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry.
All right, anyway. You get a +1 to either intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, whatever you picked before when you took the apprentice, and then whenever you cast spell from the rune spells table or a spell of a school of magic associated with the spell you marked on an object. The school, that's interesting. Huh. That's complicated. Not for me, but for some new person.
Oh, yeah.
What's this thing? Oh, it's
yes, it's behind.
It's okay. That's some time ago. Anyway, there's a lot in here.
Yeah.
Definitely we're going to Planescape, is what everybody's saying.
Here's the big thing about that, right?
Yeah.
I think WotC's done with playing baby games now.
Oh, yeah. No, they're expanding it hard.
No, what I mean is that's the first time we've seen a prerequisite of a feat needs you to have another feat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's starting to get a little thicker, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
We're
getting more into 3.5 now than we ever have been.
Yeah, and I'm fine with it because it's still very 5e.
They're doing this the way that they should have in 3.5. You start off doing little stuff.
Yeah.
You give people a base guideline of feats and stuff that don't require other feats to get the feats.
And then you expand.
And then you expand eventually.
Let me see something. Scion of Elemental Earth. These are feats.
Yes, they are features.
You've been exposed to primordial magic, the elemental plane of Earth. You get elemental magic. You learn the Druidcraft cantrip using Intelligence. That's okay. You got Earth and Shield. You can use a bonus action to conjure a bulwark of Earth that provides half cover to you or a creature of your choice within 30 feet. So you can cast this thing 30 feet in front of a friend, ally.
Look for the soul of this fire giant. Is there... What?
There's something of the fire giant somewhere.
Keep going up then.
Soul of the fire giant.
There's a storm giant.
Elemental. There's the Adepts.
Plane
Wanderer. And then Void. That's one I
Fury
thought you
of
would
the
like.
Frost giant up there. Guile the Cloud giant. Keep going up.
We gotta be getting close.
Stone throw. Stone giant. Ember of the fire giant. Go down.
There it is. Okay.
Strength. You have to have the strike of the giants. Feet.
You gotta increase your strength, constitution, or wisdom by 1. You have resistance to fire damage. Excuse me.
When you take the attack action on your turn, you can place a single attack with a magical burst of flame. Each creature of your choice within 15 feet of you that can see you must make a dexterity saving throw. DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus the modifier of the ability increased by this feat. On a failed save, the creature takes fire damage equal to 1d8 plus your proficiency bonus and is blinded until the start of your next turn. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much and isn't blinded. You can use your Searing Ignition a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Yeah, baby!
Yeah, it's pretty fair.
Let's go!
I mean, you got the Frost Giant, which is Frigid Retaliation.
What does the Strike of the Giants do?
Yeah, that was kind of strange.
You hit with the force of a giant.
You have absorbed primeval magic that gives you an echo of the might of giants. Choose one of the kinds of giants listed below as a bonus action. You can call on the power of your giant magic to imbue your attacks with additional power. The next time you hit a target with a melee or thrown weapon attack within the next minute, 10 rounds. The attack has an additional effect.
Oh, that's beautiful.
If you go Fire Giant, it takes an extra,
Extra
1d8
fire damage. It's just...
These are all feats, though, so you're going to have to...
That's fine. I was looking for things to replace feats in the first place.
That's cool.
No, I want to do... Let's see. Well, what was it? I'm trying to read here while you guys are scrolling through.
Can you send that to me on Discord?
Yeah, Stone Giant. I want to punch a dude into a wall.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, send it to you.
On Discord, yes.
I'll put it on Discord for both of you.
Oh, fantastic.
That's what I'll do. I put it in the chat, but it didn't come out quite right. Let's see here. This is just Halkad. Let's go to Uncut.
Yeah, Uncut Gems there.
I love him.
I remember back in my day, dwarves only used rune magic because they didn't trust normal magic because that was elf magic.
Damn dirty elves.
Damn elves.
Wait a
They
minute.
ruin everything.
I'm playing an elf. I got called on that too.
Yeah, dude.
You're...
He's talked bad about elves for so long, dude, and he's fucking playing
And
one.
now he's an elf.
Laugh.
I want to do the sword singer, and that just made the most sense. The elegance of the elf. There's lots of stuff in there. You ought to pour over it because there's just all sorts.
Oh,
of
trust
stuff.
me, I'm about to read this word for word.
You be a Scion of Elemental. You want to go full fire? Scion of Elemental Fire. You get dancing lights. Not a big deal.
I don't know. Dancing light does come in handy.
Produce flame.
Eh.
That's not that great.
You're not looking at the bigger picture. All those spells are very situational.
Plus, I'm not pulling magic from the fucking elemental planes.
True. But yeah, it's all connected. That's the weird part of the situation. You talk genie of any sort, elemental plane, they are irreversibly connected.
But I'm not connected to genies anymore.
Well, that was your choice.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
That's fine. That's
I'm
right.
Connected to
Giants. That's right. We
why I was looking at all the giant stuff.
Because spoiler alert, Lexi went his route.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so the whole
Didn't
plan,
know.
The whole plan was for Jono to be a fighter rune knight with the warlock genie patron. And later I find out that Lexi has chosen to be a warlock of the genie patron.
I told him that we could still do it and either have two different patrons or even go with the same patron. But that
would be hilarious.
He's too much like me. He wants originality so bad that he's not going to do that, and that's fine. That's fine. It's his choice.
Two of the same abilities it's
two warlocks in the same group. It's kind of
well,
janky.
no. The thing is whenever it comes, two warlocks in the same group isn't bad.
Okay.
Because at least with that, she's probably going to go something else. I would have been going back to the blade. Right?
Yeah.
But the difference between it is patron.
Yeah.
If you have two warlocks of the same patron in the same party, it's a little weird because you're both doing the same stuff.
It makes sense. Kind of. But
let's say it connects your two characters, yeah, but it's not.
No, you're fine. No, some of the other things you came up with were totally.
I have plans now.
Totally viable. He's like you said. You take what I give you and you bounce back. You give back. He's the same way. He takes it. He reevaluates it. Shakes it up and he changes because it was something better.
One of my special things about me is that I can switch up character make like that.
I've never seen anybody create characters like him. It's so fast. I mean, I can do the same thing.
You just give me an idea of a character and I could probably make it within the night.
Well, this sounds the keenness. Like I said, the kindness. I'm like, who wants a feat?
First of all, I had a weapon named Kindness.
Oh. I'm sure it didn't do any damage or anything.
I killed a lot of people with kindness. I was the best person there.
Oh, here's one for you. That's another one I read. You gotta be 4th level sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. It's Cartomancer. You have learned to channel your magic through a deck of playing cards.
I can be a huckster.
You can be a huckster.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's the next character.
Yep.
Oh no!
You use
Well,
the
I
deck-
guess that opens up giant.
No, he's not going to do giant and the cards. He's saying
Oh
the
no,
next
no,
character.
Oh.
that's the next character.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I get to go back to being a spellcaster where I fucking belong.
The deck of cards.
Heart of the cards! Heart of the cards! Fuck!
Deck of cards is your spellcasting focus. When you use the deck as a focus to cast a spell, it deals damage. Roll a d4. You gain a bonus to 1 damage roll of the spell equal to the number rolled. That's weird. This bonus. Huh? What was that?
No, keep going on. It can wait.
It's okay. This bonus applies to 1 creature of your choice that can see damage that you see damaged by a spell.
By the spell.
The spell has to be your spell. You can use this benefit number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, long rest, blah, blah, blah. The second ability, you have 3 abilities here. It's pretty good. Card tricks. You learn the prestidigitation cantrip and can use it to create illusions that duplicate the effects of stage magic. When you use it this way, you can conceal the verbal and somatic components of the spell as mundane conversation and card handling.
Why is Bard not on that list?
Yeah, you're right.
This is perfect for a Bard. Why is it not on the list?
I would probably totally allow a bard to do this. Hey,
This is just a playtest material, right?
That is fair.
it is
yes.
playtest.
So
Yes,
that could easily be changed.
that can. Oh no. Let me read this last one. I'll give you another one. Hidden Ace. When you finish a long rest, you can choose 1 spell you know and imbue it into a card. The chosen spell must have a casting time of 1 action, and its level must be less than or equal to your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so a max of 5. That's not bad.
Yeah. While the card is imbued with the spell, you can use your bonus action to flourish the card
Okay,
and
never
cast
mind,
the spell within. The card immediately loses its What?
That's a little broke.
Yeah, it is.
Any
Ow.
well, I mean,
Fireball. Bonus action fireball.
Yeah, but well,
Yep.
I mean, sorcerers can
You
do that
already
on a
know.
whim.
What?
Sorcerers can do that on a whim. It's
Okay.
part of their meta magic. If they have the quicken spell meta magic,
You're right. You're
you
right.
can literally just spend sorcery points to make the spell a bonus action.
You're right. The wizard can't, but
Well, yeah, no, the wizard can't. That's why they're giving you the option.
I want to read this one. I didn't see
The
this one.
cohort of chaos.
The cohort of chaos.
Cohort.
Let's see if there's something that Curious might be interested in.
Cohort.
You channel the cosmic forces of chaos that drive the multiverse toward both freedom and disarray. Your actions are still yours to choose, but you gain these benefits. He gets a +1 in an ability score of your choice. Not bad. Maximum 20. Chaotic Flare. When you roll a 1 or a 20 on an attack roll or a saving throw, the magic of chaos flows through you. Roll on the Chaotic Flares table to determine what happens. A flare lasts until the end of your next turn. Until the end of your next turn.
This sounds awful a lot like wild magic.
Mm-hmm. You can take a feat to have more wild magic is what we're dealing with here.
I like this idea.
It's a 1d4. There's only 4 of them here. I'm sure we can create some more. Anyway.
Oh yes.
Disruption Field is 1. Waves of energy ripple in a 10-foot sphere centered on you. Every creature other than you that starts its turn in this area or that moves into the area for the first time on a turn takes 1d8 force damage. Force damage is awesome. 2 is Battle Fury. A creature of your choice that you can see is filled with reckless fury. The creature has advantage on attack rolls and disadvantage on ability checks.
That's not chaos. You get to choose.
No.
Yes.
You have to choose it. Yeah, I know. It should be a random, I guess, right?
No, I think that if it's a 1, it should go to an enemy. If it's a 20, it should go to an ally.
Yeah, you're right. It's very good. That's very astute of you. I like that. I may use that. Unbound is number 3. When you move, you can use some or all of your walking speed to teleport once, along with any equipment you're wearing or carrying, up to the distance used to an unoccupied space that you can see. What does that mean?
When you move, you can use some or all of your walking speed to teleport once, along with any equipment you're
Yeah,
wearing.
I get that.
Up to the distance used to an occupied space.
What does that mean?
When you move,
yes,
you can use some or all of your walking speed.
Okay. So you can only go 30 feet, usually.
Yes.
So you're not going to teleport any farther than 30 feet.
Well, I mean...
But that's like in any direction.
Any
correct?
direction, yeah.
So that
If you ask
opens
me,
a
that's
lot of
pretty-
possibilities up. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Especially rogues.
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
Suddenly the rogue's behind you. Good luck.
Yeah, if he rolls that D3, that D4 on a 3.
Don't.
That's the
It
key.
can happen more than you think it can.
Number 4 is called
Oh, yeah, it's a 25%
Wailing
chance.
Winds. A wind howls around you in a 60-foot radius. Good God. You and any creature in that radius has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh, why disadvantage? Why wisdom?
I don't know. That's very situational.
Maybe it's the sound.
Yeah.
It would be the sound.
Yeah. Howling winds. It has a lot to do. You talk about planar. You're talking about the planar howling dragons, whatever they're called.
I don't know.
I forget which plane they're from, but they can disrupt you. There's a lot of stuff in here to unpack, people. You need to read it. I think I'm going to stop.
My brain
We're
is
getting too deep.
sufficiently sucked in enough knowledge.
I mean,
today.
you could be a giant foundling. This is...
That's another thing. I'm gonna have to go through the races. I've never messed with a Spelljammer before,
Yeah, this is more Planescape, but...
or Planescape,
whatever.
Whichever.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know the difference for a long time, but I've learned.
Oh, okay.
You weren't a giant, but
I might take this.
you were taken in with the giants.
Oh wait, no, because we can't do that.
I almost want to say that Izzy, Lexi's character from Icewind Dale, might take it, but that would be giving things away. I guess you heard that.
I don't think it. Once again, you're mixing things. It's weird.
So you think. Anyway, some really cool stuff in here. It is playtest. It's all the same to me. I'll try the playtest. Yeah.
Oh, dude, they can throw all the fucking playtests.
Anything you guys see, we can do. All right. If you want to add that into your character before we get this,
And all I'm saying is that once that Planescape comes out, I'm fucking running a game on it. That's my favorite fucking setting.
maybe talk to Steven about segueing the Sunday game that way or something. You can DM. I don't know. We'll talk about it. I don't care. I don't know.
Actually, no, you'd have to make completely different characters for that.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. What is this?
Everybody likes
Oh,
making
stat
characters.
How was that? I'm sorry.
Everybody likes making characters.
Yeah, we love making characters.
Of course.
House of Cards. It's a 3rd level conjuration. You touch the ground and conjure forth a defensive structure made of enormous playing cards.
That's awesome.
The structure
It's
rises
a 3rd level conjuration.
within you as its center, harmlessly lifting you and any creatures in the area. The House of Cards has a square base that is 30 feet on each side. It has 3 floors with 10-foot high ceilings. The second floor is 20 feet on each side.
You have a fort for a day.
Yeah, in the middle of a battle, you what is this? Is that part of this?
Oh, but the casting time is 1 minute. It's
Yeah.
not in the middle of battle.
No, it's not in the middle of battle. You gotta have a deck.
Unless.
You gotta have
hero component.
yeah,
Yeah, deck of cards.
but you don't have to be that.
And it's not consumed.
Iron stomach. Whenever you eat, what is that part of that?
No.
Then why is it sitting out by itself like that? That's weird.
Or eat food as part of a short rest. Oh, it is. I think so. Go down. No?
Oh, what's going on there? Both centered. All right, so-
Above or the bottom floor,
Oh.
ramps connect.
Because okay, go.
Oh,
up.
there it is. There it is. It's right here.
No, go up. It splits off. Go up.
Oh my gosh.
Up. You're going down.
I know you. I
like
went.
You're going down. Go up.
It's right here. House of Cards.
keep going.
There it is.
But go up.
Oh my God. You
That's
do it.
not part of it.
It
That is
is.
part of House of Cards.
That's what I was talking about.
I'm leaving.
Iron Stomach is about Vigor of the Hill Giant.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he left. I made him mad. I exasperated him. Well, I was talking about this down here and trying to figure out where that went, and you're trying to figure out what that went to. We were totally different wheelhouses. Deck of many, inspired by the mecha. The deck of many things. This
The
section
deck of
contains
many things.
new spells that the DM may add to a campaign, making them available to player characters and monster spellcasters alike. The card spells table list, the spray of cards, antagonize House of Cards, summon Warrior Spirit, and Spirit of Death. Huh. That's interesting. What else is there? Spells, and then we're back to that. So yeah, there's some really cool stuff in this. Let me know what you guys are excited about, both people out there and you two numbskulls. If you see something you can use.
You've already seen what it.
Yeah,
what
I know.
can use.
I've already-
We've already looked at it.
Already popped the genie bottle out. I've got to read about fire giants.
They're assholes.
Yeah, that's
End
true.
of story.
I probably built the nicest fire giant ever. But he's a loner. He's a weirdo, so he doesn't count.
He doesn't fit in with the other fire giants.
He didn't play. He didn't get along well with the other fire.
He
giants.
wasn't invited to the Fire Giant games.
Nope, he wasn't.
Oh man, sucks, bruh.
Pen is behind. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But Pen is behind me going, God, I have an idea.
I shall not discuss them until the microphones are off.
Okay. We had fun. We talked about our characters, got things moving in a proper direction. That's basically what I want to do, and I wanted to look at this. This is crazy stuff. They are popping the lid off 5e, and I'm glad to see it.
I say, I was adamant with it at first, and I've kind of been, as you've seen me do, I have gone into 3.5 books and started converting certain things.
Yeah. And that's they're trying to
They're
be.
trying as much as they can to make you not to have to.
There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Like I said, some of it you get at first level, and then a bunch of it you get at fourth level. Some of it you have to get something beforehand. You're building characters is what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's what we do in D&D. What we do best here at the Magic Tavern. We'll be hitting this game in August one way or another. I mean, I can start playing right now. It's not a big deal. I just want to be as ready as possible. I got some maps that I got to finish.
We need to get you set up on my Steam account. So
Yes, and I need to get Steven over here with that graphic program so I can make videos. I'm making video openings, vignettes to start her out. It's going to be fun.
Ooh.
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 It's me doing it, so hey.
I say don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh no, shoot, man.
There's 12 pages of this UA. It's probably the longest UA I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, detailed stuff.
I'm glad that they gave us something.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind playing a Fate Domain Cleric. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it kind of sounds fun.
But anyway, we're going to cut you loose. Halkad, we're going to roll out and do something else before bedtime here. We'll be back Thursday with Magic the Gathering. Beat our head against the proverbial screen and the literal screen.
He'll be doing that.
Yeah.
I will not join. I have very.
Hey, I've been historic for the last 2-3 weeks, and I've been doing decent. Okay.
Well, I'm glad for you, but it's just not for me.
I don't want to get in a discussion about it with you. I don't even want to talk about Arena with you. No, that's not.
No, the only thing I'm going to say about Arena is that I have a very, what is it? What's the word? Biased opinion.
A what?
Biased opinion.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a
You're
long
both
pause.
right and wrong all at the same time, but we're not going to get into that. But you guys,
Things I'm wrong.
we'll be back Thursday playing Arena, whatever it is. I built some new decks. We're going to have some fun. Uncut Gems. It's the name of the adventure that we're going to be running until we get a better one. We'll be doing that in August, and we'll be come hell or high water, they used to say in Tennessee. We're going to be doing it. We've been at this all year, but it's been from nothing to adventure. It's like we had no idea what we were doing when we started talking about this, and now we know what we're doing, sort of.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like I'm still just like I don't know.
It's all good. No,
I just know how I'm gonna play, and that's it.
Hey, that's all you need. That's as simple as it needs to be. D&D, man, you make it as simple or as complex as you want.
Yeah.
But anyway, until then,
Gotta work on some songs.
I want you to play someday play a dwarven bard.
Oh no, every dwarf's a bard.
That's true. But anyway, until then, you guys get out, play some D&D. For goodness sakes, get with some friends, mess it up, mess the world up real good. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Just get out there and burn it down, or not. I mean, have fun. And this is BDC and Panda and Halkad.
Bye.
We'll see you guys later.
Till next time.
Till next time.